This is Bob Guerrero of New Concept Video Sports, and this evening we're back at Hobart High School where the Brickies, who stand at 1-3, take on the Culver Academies Eagles, who came out of the blocks this year at 3-0. Andy Durrell, the Eagles head coach, has been a fixture at Culver Academies for nearly 2.5 decades, and his teams have done well over the years. The Eagles come into tonight's contest with wins over the Indianapolis Attucks, Mishawaka Marion, and our neighbors at Hanover Central. If you haven't had a chance to visit the Culver campus, take the 60-mile drive. It's amazing, and what this private school has to offer is also amazing. But tonight the Eagles visit the newly dedicated Don Howe Field and the J.J. Johnston track at the Brickyard. The Brickies, a state power in the past years, is on their way back, finishing the season as state runner-up last year to Indianapolis Roncalli, but has the talented athletes to return to Indianapolis sooner than later. Today, another test for these young Brickies as they host the Culver Academies Eagles. Remember, you can download all of our sports videos for free the day they're posted. It's our way of supporting the student athletes. We hope you enjoy this highlight reel. On a beautiful evening at Don Howe Field at the Brickyard in Hobart, we have football. The Brickies won the toss and decided to defer, so the Eagles will be on offense. Doing the kicking for Hobart is junior Mickey Jankovic, and he drove the ball to the 3, and it was grabbed by Roman Snedeker out of Plymouth, Indiana, and he carried to the 21 before senior Chase Homeke made the stop. Taking the snaps for this 3-0 team will be senior Jimmy Paisani out of Hinsdale, Illinois, and he tossed the ball to sophomore Kyle Hagenbrotten out of Cary, Illinois, who was able to pick up 4 on the carry. On second down from the 25-yard line, the ball was handed to Mario Esquivel from San Pedro, Mexico, and he was able to pick up about 2 before Jacob Ramirez made the initial tackle, bringing up in 3rd and 4 for the visitors. This time it was Jimmy Paisani on the keeper, but short of the sticks and an Eagle punt. Doing the kicking will be Mario Esquivel, and he drove the ball to the 44 where senior Mark Enslin made the catch. But on the play, a push in the back penalty on the Eagles will give Hobart good field position inside Culver territory at the 41 to start offensively this evening. Playing quarterback for the Brickies will be freshman Noah Ehrlich, and he handed the ball to junior Trey Gibson for a tough yard. Next, a quick strike to senior Josh Tejeda for a Hobart 1st and 10. Then on 1st and 10 from the Culver 28, it was Trey Gibson on the handoff, and he zigzagged his way to the end zone where the ball was jarred loose, but pouncing on it was senior Anthony Williams for the Brickie touchdown. The Mickey Jankovic extra point was good, so with 8:22 left in the first, Hobart leads 7-0. The Brickie kick was fielded at the 10-yard line by Roman Snedeker again, and on a nice run back carried to the 29, and the Eagles will have a 1st and 10 right there. On first down, it was Broughton on the carry for about 4 before senior Ryan Flores dropped the back. It was back to Broughton for a couple more. Then on third and about 3, an incomplete pass and a Culver punt. The ball was blown dead at the 39, and that's where the Brickies will take over. On first down, Trey Gibson fighting his way for 5. From the 44 on 2nd and 5, a 2-step drop, then a sideline pass to Braden Carlson for a few, and a makeable 3rd and 1 next up. It was Trey Gibson again, following his blocks and beating defenders, and a first down for Hobart. On 1st and 10 from the Culver 29, a pass intended for Mickey Jankovic was off the mark. Next, it was Trey Gibson for 5 before being gang tackled. Then on a 3rd and 5 snap, a nice play by the senior duo, and another 1st and 10 inside the red zone at the 11. The ball was handed to Trey Gibson again, and breaking tackles took it in for the Hobart touchdown. With 4 minutes remaining in the first, Hobart leads Culver by 14. The Bricky boot was a touchback, so the visitors will have another opportunity to possibly cut the lead with plenty of time left in the half. From their own 20, a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. On the snap, a pass attempt that fell incomplete. Next, it was Mario Escobar, but he was met by Ryan Flores for no gain. Then on a 3rd down, a pass attempt and a grounding call on Jimmy Paisani will push the Eagles back, and a punting situation for the visitors. The punt was down at the Eagle 45. Good field position for the Brickies, already leading by 14. The first down snap was handed to Trey Gibson, and a nice run of about 16 yards. But before the first down snap, a procedure call on Hobart moved the ball to the 34, and a 1st and 15 for the home team. Then a bull rush by the Eagles, and another loss for Hobart. And now the Brickies are looking at a 2nd and 20. On the very next play, Noah Ehrlich stepped back. Then he escaped the Eagle pursuit, rolled left and targeted Anthony Williams, who was waiting for the ball at the goal line. And the Hobart Brickies strike again in quarter number 1. So with $1:27 left in the first, Hobart leads 21-0. The Bricky kick was another touchback, so the Culver Eagles will try once again from the 20-yard line. They meet again with the same results. A pass to Mario Esquivel, and making the stop for no gain was Ryan Flores. Next, a flip to Kyle Egenbrotten, and a nice gainer of 8 yards. Then on 3rd and 2, Jimmy Paisani rolled right this time. All his receivers were covered, and he was dropped at the 32, but enough to reset the chains for the Eagles once play resumes. Following one period of play from the Brickyard in Hobart, Indiana, the Brickies lead the Culver Academy Eagles 21-0. Back with the second quarter coming up. So the Culver Eagles will have a 1st and 10 to open second quarter action from their own 32-yard line. On the snap, Jimmy Paisani on a short pass targeted his favorite receiver so far this evening, Mario Esquivel. On first down, the ball was handed to Esquivel this time, but he was stopped at the line of scrimmage by junior Colton Charo, and a second down next up. This time it was Jimmy Paisani on the keeper for a couple yards. On 3rd and 8, an incomplete pass and another Culver boot. But on the punt attempt, a low snap that couldn't be handled cleanly. And coming in for the tackle was senior Dakota Vanderberg. And Hobart will take over on downs. Already leading by 21 and with great field position from the Eagle 30, it was Noah Ehrlich stepping back, then targeted senior Luke Abbott, who made the catch at the 3. And once again, the Brickies are threatening. Then it was Trey Gibson taking it in on 3rd down to extend the Hobart Brickies lead. The Brickies will kick off leading big early, and fielding the ball at the 5-yard line was Roman Snedeker, and he found a crease and carried up to the 28, and a 1st and 10 for Culver, hoping to kickstart their offense. But on 1st and 10, a quick pass to Roman Snedeker for a short gainer, and a Dakota Vanderberg tackle. Next, a pass over the middle that finally fell incomplete. Another pass that was no good, and a Culver punt. The kick was caught at the 43-yard line by Mark Ensland, and on a nice return carried inside Eagle territory at the 44-yard line. On the 1st down snap, a play that broke down, an Ehrlich scramble, and an incomplete pass. Then on 2nd and 10, it was Trey Gibson for about 8 yards on the carry. It was right back to Gibson, and he carried up the gut for another nice gainer inside the red zone at the 11. And once again, these Hobart Brickies are threatening. Next, a mix-up in the backfield and a loss of 3 on the play. Another Brickie incomplete pass and a 3rd and long coming up. On the play, Ehrlich was flushed out of the pocket and took a shot intended for Josh Tejeda that fell incomplete, and a field goal try coming up for Hobart. Before the field goal try, a Brickie penalty moved the ball back to the 19, and now Hobart is looking at a 36-yard try. The Jankovic kick had the distance, but just off to the right, and the Eagles will take over 1st and 10. So with a little over 7 minutes left in the half, the Culver Eagles will once again try to manufacture some offense. On first down from their own 20, Kyle Eigenbrotten carried for 4. It was back to Eigenbrotten for 4 more. Then on 3rd and 2, another Jimmy Paisani to Mario Esquivel pass that worked well when the Culver senior caught the ball and ran for a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And the Eagles needed that. On first down, the same combination with the same results, and once again Culver has another first down. This time inside Hobart territory at the 32-yard line. So on first down again, the ball was handed to Kyle Eigenbrotten this time, and he was able to move the pile and pick up about 4 tough yards. Again, Eigenbrotten got the call, and he was able to move the chains close to the red zone at the 22, and the visitors finally have something going. On the first down snap, Paisani called his own number and carried for a couple, where Carlson made the stop. This time it was Kyle Eigenbrotten's turn, and he carried down to the 15-yard line. Then on 3rd and a long 3, a Paisani keeper, and he came up short of the sticks, just a yard shy of the markers. And trailing big early in this one, the Eagles will make a 4th down attempt. And it worked to perfection when on the next play, Paisani somehow escaped the Hobart pursuit, then tucked it away and went in for the Culver touchdown. A nice play by the Eagle quarterback. On the extra point attempt, a high snap that Rory Sullivan was able to fall on. And the Brickies will have possession, leading 21-6 with $1:52 remaining in the half. The Culver kick was grabbed at the 13-yard line by Trey Gibson, and he was able to kick it into second gear before being pushed out of bounds at the 39, and a 1st and 10 for Hobart. On the play, it was Trey Gibson who took it up the middle for 10 yards on a huge hole the O-line provided, and a reset of the chains. Next, a short pass from Ehrlich to Gibson for a couple yards, down to the Eagle 49. Then it was Gibson on the carry down to the 40, and the Hobart Jr. is having a very nice day. On first down, a pass to Mickey Jankovic getting in on the action and moving the sticks. Next, one of the finest plays of this young quarterback's career for the Bricks, who took the 2-step drop, then escaped the pocket, and with poise found Luke Abbott all alone, and another Hobart score. So with 1:02 remaining in the half, Hobart leads comfortably. The Bricky kick was caught at the 2-yard line by Trey Schumacher, who was stopped initially, but battled to the 16, and that's where the Eagles will take over with under a minute remaining in the half. On first down, almost disaster for Jimmy Paisani as he fumbled, but was able to recover the ball, but a loss of 2 on the play. This time, Paisani on the carry and out of bounds, and a 7-yard gain for the Eagles. Next, an incomplete pass and a Culver punt. The kick was caught at the 42-yard line, and the Brickies take a knee to end this tough half for the Culver Academy Eagles. After 2 periods of play from the Brickyard in Hobart, the Brickies lead this one 35-6. Second half play coming up. The Brickies will receive to open second half action, and fielding the ball at the 5-yard line was Trey Gibson again, and he carried to the 31, and Hobart will be on offense leading by a bunch. On first down, Trey Gibson got the call, and he carried for 8 up to the 39-yard line. From the second this play started, Ehrlich was under duress, and before being dropped for a loss, he somehow found Trey Gibson, and the Brickies made something out of nothing for a gainer up to the 40. Then on 3rd and 1, Gibson carried again for a couple, and enough to reset the chains for the Bricks. Next, a shot downfield intended for Trey Gibson was a little strong. Then on 2nd and 10, it was Gibson carrying inside Culver territory at the 45 and a 1st and 10. Again, it was Gibson to the 35 and another first down for Hobart, and the Eagles don't seem to have an answer. It's the Trey Gibson show, and he's down to the 24-yard line this time. But a couple consecutive penalties on Hobart, moving the ball back to the 37, and a 1st and a bunch coming up. But they gave the ball back to Trey Gibson, and the offensive unit opened holes for the back, and he came up about 2 yards short of the sticks, and a 2nd down next up. Then on the very next play, Trey Gibson took it in for the score, and that was just too easy. The Hobart kick was fielded at the 4-yard line by freshman Trey Schumacher, who carried to the 13, and a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. On 1st and 10, an incomplete pass, and with the lead over 34 points, the clock will continue to run. Then on 2nd down, Paisani called his own number, and he carried for about 8. Next, it was Kyle Egenbrotten's turn, but no gain on the carry. So trailing by a bunch, the Eagles decided on a 4th down attempt again. And once again, it was Paisani on the carry, and enough to move the sticks. A first down pass that fell incomplete will bring up a 2nd and 10, and the clock will continue to run. Then another incomplete pass, and the Eagles are looking at a 3rd and 10. This time, a screen that never developed, and Culver on 4th down decided to punt. The Eagle punt was down at the Hobart 49-yard line, and the Brickies will once again be on offense. For the Brickies on first down and taking the snaps now is senior Luke Abbott, and hiding it well on the handoff and deciding on the keeper, he was able to pick up yardage inside Eagle territory at the 35. And once again, Hobart is knocking at the door. And with the running clock, that'll do it here in the third, with Hobart leading big. Back with fourth quarter action next. From the Eagle 35 on first and 10, Luke Abbott handed the ball to Chase Homeke, who lost a yard on the carry, and a 2nd and 11 coming up. Then it was Abbott on the keeper, and on a fine run carried to the 3, and a 1st and goal for Hobart. On 1st and goal, another planned quarterback keeper, but this time it was Eagle Jr. Evan Gerber on the sack, back to the 9-yard line. So on 3rd and 9, it was Chase Homeke on the carry, and he took it in for another Brickie score. The Hobart kick was a touchback, so the Culver Eagles will have a 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. On the first down snap, a Paisani bootleg, and a pass to senior Colin Vickery, and a gain of 11 on the play. From the 31-yard line this time, Jimmy Paisani stepped back, then decided to tuck it away, and he picked up 11 up to the 42-yard line. Another first down keeper, but sniffing it out and making the tackle was Jacob Arizari, and a gain of about 1. On 2nd and 8, Kyle Egenbrotten, and he had a short gainer up to the 44-yard line. Then on 3rd and 8, a strong run by Egenbrotten, but a couple yards short of the sticks, and a 4th down and 2 next up for the Eagles. Finally, another Egenbrotten run, but short of the sticks, and Hobart will take over. Taking the snaps is junior Cody Johnston, and he handed off to Chase Homeke, but on a bull rush it was Evan Gerber on the tackle. Next, it was junior Hunter Juris on the carry for 7 yards. On 3rd and 6 for the Bricks, it was Hunter Juris again, and he willed his way for a first down. Next, it was Matthew Bising on the carry for 8, and that would just about do it here at Don Howell Field. The Brickies dominated this one, picking up their 2nd win in a row, and will host the Lowell Red Devils next week right here at the Brickyard. Congratulations, Hobart Brickies, on your win here tonight. We would like to thank Hobart AD Mike Black and Hobart High School for their hospitality as always. For New Concept Video Sports, this is Bob Guerrero.